Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It's been one of those mornings. It's only just 9 o'clock. Might be some smudging involved today. That'll be my job after this. Anyway, good morning, good morning. Lots of people watching already. Thank you so much. Get the thing up, and that would help. There we go. Good morning, Tina. Good morning. Happy Friday to you too. Middle of December. The festive season is upon us. Hurrah! Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Luna. So today, because we are mid-December, kind of made sense to talk about magical food, magical herbs, and magical coffee. Oh, gingerbread. Nice.
Gingerbread latte.
Yeah.
I will warn you all now, she's very grumpy.
I'm grumpy. It's been one of those mornings and nothing's gone right this morning.
She doesn't love her printer anymore.
I do not love the printer. Printer's going in the bin. Gingerbread latte from another coffee shop. It's called Another Coffee Shop in North End. Fabulous coffee, fabulous people. It's been one of those days already. We'll get there. Good morning from a grey and chilly France. Bonjour, Angela. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Emma. I'm thinking, oh no, not mince pies. Mince pies. Do love a mince pie. That's the theme for today. Festive foods from a magical point of view, festive spices, festive herbs.
And grumpy people.
No, we're not talking about grumpy people.
Oh. My mistake. Well, we were.
What magic do you work with foods and herbs in December? Do you charge any of your cooking with anything specific in December? Do you use, there's specific spices on there. There's cinnamon, nutmeg, there's oranges, turkey. They've all got magical properties. So we're going to look at those today and see where we're going with it.
First, you're going to tell people what you're doing tomorrow evening, aren't you?
What am I doing tomorrow evening? Oh, yes, tomorrow evening. The super epic, massive pagan quiz. It is going to be carnage. It is going to be like herding cats. 6 pagan authors. Wales versus England versus America with me as the quizmaster. Madness. 7 p.m. UK time on the Moonbooks Publishing YouTube channel and the Moonbooks Publishing Facebook page. Saturday, 13th December. It's going to be chaos. And then, of course, this time next week will be a Waffling Witches special, talking about Yule and winter solstice and all that malarkey with myself, Heather and Ness. So join us then. Good morning, Jane. Oh, good morning, Heather. What are you doing on that side of the camera? You know where I am. Good morning, good afternoon, Lucky Fairy. Yes, I have a lot of Christmas jumpers. I do have a lot of Christmas jumpers, ranging from a Krampus t-shirt to, I think I've got 2 Dachshund through the snow sweatshirts, and yes, lots of knitted Christmas sweaters, because why not? Good morning, Kerry and Ebony from sunny Llanelli.
Because Heather won't be on that side of it next week, will she?
No, Heather will be on this side of it next week, definitely. She's always welcome on this side of the camera. She knows that. Good morning, Sylvia. Good morning, Xenia. Christmas jumper and the brooches. Yeah, you know me. I like collecting my vintage brooches. Background of mince pies, obviously, and glorious coffee. Yes. Gingerbread. Although that looks like it says Glimpen bread. So I'm going to have my Glimpen bread. Oh, latte. Delish. Doesn't that look like Glimpen bread?
You all right over there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No. Got to do some smudging when we've finished. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Christine. Let's get some of these up. Angela, I think it's magical if I even manage to get food on a plate in good time. I think it's traditional, isn't it, for Christmas dinner to be late? I think it's just one of those things. Emma, it's very dark here. Yeah, it's very grey here. I think you're allowed to be grumpy with printers. Yeah, it's like the thing that happens. Mum said we don't want any Scrooges here. No, no Scrooges. No Scrooges. Heather said Brussels sprouts for abundance and prosperity of all kinds. Yeah, we love a Brussels sprout. I do love Brussels sprouts. That's a big thing, isn't it? Love or hate. I love them. In fact, I have had my first Christmas dinner. Where are we? Friday? Yeah, this week. Tuesday. A local cafe is doing their Christmas dinners. So I had my first turkey Christmas dinner with stuffing and Brussels sprouts. Very nice too. Cringe bread. Yeah, it does. Glimpen bread. No, I like that Glimpen bread. I'm going to call it that from now on. Glimpen bread coffee. It's very delicious anyway. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Nicola. Xenia, not Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Let's have a look at Brussels sprouts. So, two of the books that I wrote, Kitchen Witch's Guide or something.
To Brussels sprouts.
To Brussels sprouts. To own Kitchen Witch's book of magical food, and then one on herbs and plants. So let's have a look at the food one, and let's get Brussels sprouts up because Heather mentioned them. Brussels sprout. Oh, come on. Now this isn't, see, nothing is working today. Nothing is working today. I'm not going to touch anything expensive or breakable. So Brussels sprouts, part of the brassica family, obviously, because they are teeny weeny tiny cabbages, really. I love them in everything. Risotto, coleslaw, delish. Not boiled to death, though. No. They are stability, endurance, protection, as Heather said, abundance, ruled by the moon, element of water, and a feminine energy. So, literally delivered by the goddess. Your humble Brussels sprout. I think they're delish, and I don't care. Good morning, David. Late food never. I rule the kitchen with an iron fist and a threatening wooden spoon. My mum used to have a wooden spoon that we got threatened with if we were really naughty. We knew we'd pushed her too far if she got the wooden spoon out. She never did anything with it. It was just the threat. Good evening, Sephora. Steve, Christmas dinner. Let's get these up. Sorry, I'm a bit rubbish today. Christmas dinner's never late, arrives exactly when it's ready. Normally Boxing Day. No, Boxing Day is for leftovers. Boxing Day is for cold turkey and gammon and pickles. We have our jar of heather pickle percolating in the cupboard, ready for Boxing Day. Sylvia. Oh, I love your picture, Sylvia. I hate cooking, refuse to do it, but this Christmas I have to, and I'm trying to build up the enthusiasm for it. Family-in-law will be here, and hubby has to drive 5 hours total to get them. Oh no, and bring them back, so I cannot expect him to do the cooking. I'm not a slave driver. This, I think, is, let's put some magic in it. I mean, I'm saying it because I've only ever cooked Christmas dinner once. We have family gatherings, and I don't have to cook dinner. I just do the cakes. Because, cakes, desserts. But it is about thinking about the energy that's in the food, the magical properties of all the food. And perhaps, lots of us do have big family gatherings. My family don't really fight or argue. We're very lucky. But, there's lots of people in a house together that aren't normally there. So maybe charge some of your cooking with peace and calm and positive energy, but look at things that bring those qualities as well. We know how it rocks. There's magic in everything. So yeah, that's just thinking about, really. Christine, sprouts and chestnuts. Yeah, they are a match made in heaven, really, aren't they? Definitely. I know shouldn't say heaven because it's not. They're a match made in the Summerlands. There you go. Nicola, my Scottish friend, makes bannock cakes. Nice. Very nice. Angela, love Brussels sprouts, can do so much with them, both just boiled gobstoppers. When I read that very quickly, I thought it said boiled grasshoppers.
Oh dear.
It's going to be, yeah, I'm not going to do anything technical today. David, why do people boil them? Yeah, my grandma's era, isn't it, really? I think used to boil them to death. Not my grandma didn't. My maternal grandma was actually an excellent cook, head cook for the master's house up at Charterhouse. She was an amazing cook. But yeah, it was that kind of generation, wasn't it? I think put them on about a week before Christmas to boil them. Steam them is best if you're not roasting them or using them in raw and coleslaw. I love them raw in coleslaw. I love them fried, roasted. Delish. Yeah, they're good. They're good. Jane. If you want Christmas dinner to be magical, turn off all the phones. We have a rule in this house for any mealtime, no phones. If you're at a restaurant, no phones. If you're sitting around the dining table, no phones. Yeah, it doesn't matter what day of the year it is. I'm strict like that. One Christmas, we had a very, very brunette turkey, soggy sprouts and burnt tatties because the whole family took turns to phone us and say Happy Christmas. Family were all doing their own things, so it was down to me to take the calls at the expense of our dinner. Yeah, keep the phones off the table, away from dinner time, definitely. We had roast goose one year. That was very nice. Turkey curry ever. We love turkey curry. Well, on Boxing Day, definitely. Bubble and squeak on Boxing Day too. Yeah, love it. Steve, what's with the 6pence or 5p in the Christmas pudding? There used to be more things than that. It used to be a silver 6pence, but there would be all sorts of things. It might be Victorian, I guess. There used to be all sorts of little charms in the Christmas puddings. And whatever charm you got in your portion would predict your future for the year ahead. So if you got a silver 6pence, I'm guessing would be that you would have an abundant year ahead. But they did used to put. I've got a hair in my eye as well now. I know today's just. Pete's really looking forward to the rest of today with me. Yes, charms in the Christmas pudding. There used to be all sorts of things. So if you got, a little baby, little silver baby, that would mean that you would have a pregnancy in the year ahead. There was all different charms that all meant something. So there was more than the 6pence. Bit of a choking hazard, really. It's probably why they stopped doing it. It was all to do with a bit of divination, a bit of prediction. It's magic in everything, see? Lucky Fairy. We have chocolate, Yule log, pastries, cakes, and plum cakes in abundance. All a chocolate is, isn't it? Chocolate is abundance and prosperity and delicious. So Sephora. Okay, kiwi Christmas tree is pavlova with fresh summer berries. Very nice. Some do kiwi fruit, some passion fruit. Going to make pav in slow cooker. Interesting. Our daughter's making mini pavlovas for Christmas Day. We're doing a cake charcuterie board this year. So lots of little things. So Emma's going to be making little teeny weeny pavlovas because much as I love baking, love making cakes, love making cookies, bread, I'm a bit rubbish at meringue. So Emma's going to do those. Very nice. David, a few years ago I made a whole Yule ritual of cooking and foods. They all had meaning and magic. Then everyone voted for simple and boring foods, so I sulked all day. That's rude. That's really rude. But even the boring foods have magic in them. Lucky Fairy. Love eating and drying oranges. Yeah, orange. Let's have a look at oranges, shall we? Let's have a look at oranges. Oranges. I have a feeling today's going to be more about food than anything else. Orange is on here. Okay. Fruit of the sun. Makes sense, doesn't it? Love, happiness, enlightening and uplifting. I must admit, if I'm looking for an uplifting scent, then I will go to the citrus essential oils, orange, lemon, grapefruit, definitely lime. So who had an orange in their stocking? We used to have a little tangerine at the bottom of our stocking, tangerine and some nuts. We never ate them. We used
Banana. We had a banana.
You had a banana. There's fancy.
We were posh.
Posh. We never used to eat them. We used to put them back in the fruit bowl. But
Yeah.
during the 19th century, to give a gift of an orange was thought to be generous and thoughtful. Just for the record, I prefer gifts of chocolate rather than oranges.
You
But
get punched if you do that now.
Today you would. The orange is good for. Let's get this over on this screen so that I'm not actually looking away from everyone as I read it. So I am reading from the Magical Food Book, what I wrote, but I don't remember all this stuff. Orange is good for purifying the mind, body and spirit. Orange juice makes a good ritual drink. We have used that in ritual before. Orange peel makes a good herbal tea to help bring about clarity and energy. Dried orange peel works well in incense blends. I use that a lot in incense blends to represent the energy of the sun, but doesn't actually smell of oranges when it's burnt. So add a few orange peels into an oil burner with a base oil to release the scent is usually a good idea. Orange water can be used to flavour dishes, especially if entertaining a loved one. Bathe in orange water to attract a marriage candidate. Set out orange water as offering to the deities Hera and Juno for marriage and fertility. So orange is love, happiness, uplifting, generosity, purification, clarity, energy, fidelity. Ruled by the sun and the element of fire, and it's a masculine energy. So perfect for this time of the year, really. Nicola, mulled wine. Oh, mulled wine, full of magic and also mead. Brambrack. I don't know that one. What's Brambrack? Let us know about that one, Nicola. Mulled wine. I prefer mulled cider myself. But you're adding in all of those magical spices. Mead's good, but I don't need a lot of that to get merry. Maybe that's what I need instead of coffee this morning. I need some mead. Lucky Fairy. I love blanching broccoli, then slightly cooking it with butter, salt and pepper. Nice. So broccoli has magical properties. Not overly crisp, not something I particularly... I just spelled broccoli. Not something I particularly associate with Christmas. But it's got the similar magical properties as Brussels sprouts, as cabbage. It's all part of that, isn't it? And little flowers on stalks, really, aren't they? So they're a happy vegetable, I think, aren't they? Although children will probably disagree. Zephora. Rocking a bit of elderflower cordial at the moment. If I'm fast enough, can make one more batch before Christmas. Very nice indeed. Difficult flavour to get into cakes, just saying. Lovely as a cordial. Difficult to get that translated into cake flavour. I'm just saying. Just randomly. Today's chat may be very random. Angela, dinner at my sister's house this year, so not much for us to do other than our contributions, as we are veggie. Just 4 of us this year, my sister, me, Peter and my youngest daughter. That sounds lovely. It does sound lovely. Jane, my nana used to put silver threepenny bits, Joey's. Oh, I've never heard them called that before. In the pudding. The number dwindled, those more got swallowed. Yeah, I think they're a bit of a choking hazard, aren't they? I'm not sure it's a good idea, really. Joe, my nan put 20p's in cakes and nearly broke my teeth. Yeah, I'm not sure it's a safe thing to do, really. I guess if you know they're there, you could kind of mush your Christmas pudding a bit with your spoon before you take a bite.
Mush, is that word?
Yeah, it is today. I like Christmas pudding too, definitely. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm probably sharing the energy. Today's been unexpected energy. Waiting for my dog's sister to turn up. Now they've been delayed by now. It is going to be a gremlin day. It's not going to be a gremlin day. It has been a gremlin day. From this point forward, it's going to be a wonderful day.
You promise?
Yes.
Good.
Actually, I'm drinking gingerbread latte. What we haven't done is look at the energy and magical energy of ginger. So let's do that. Very boost of energy, ginger. Quite often something that I will add a pinch of ground ginger to magical spell working to give it a boost, to give it a kind of move forward. Oh, come on.
I had any ginger this morning.
No, it's not. It's being an arse. Now there's everything is being an arse this morning. Come on, there's got to be ginger in here somewhere. No, there's ginger. I should have got the book out, shouldn't I, rather than trying to, just search for it. It is a fire energy one. I need some of that today. I've realised I'm at the end of the book now. Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm trying to find ginger. It's in here somewhere.
Book delivery for Mrs. Patterson.
Thank you. That's got to be much easier, hasn't it? Right, let's get rid of those. I was trying to be all techie, look. Thank you, look. Magical food. Right, G for ginger. Oh, cranberry. Anybody over here in the UK have cranberries with Christmas dinner? Is it more of a Thanksgiving thing? I don't know. I do like cranberry jelly, cranberry jam, cranberry jelly. Just randomly because cranberries appeared. Protection, emotions and communication. Mars, water, fire, feminine. Can't eat them on their own though because they're a bit sharp. Right, ginger. Ginger. Huge healing properties. Packs a spicy punch, so add it to workings to boost the energy. It can also be used to speed things up. It also helps bring about a successful outcome. Yeah, definitely need some ginger today. It's also got a history of being used in love and passion spells. Folklore. I only had porridge for breakfast, honestly. There was no mead in it.
Made with whiskey, not milk.
Folklore says that growing a ginger plant from the root, placed in water in your home, will attract good health and prosperity. I quite fancy growing a ginger plant, never done one. Hang a piece of root ginger over your doorway to bring protection to your house and sprinkle powdered ginger around your property to keep trouble out. So ginger is healing, power, love, passion, success, prosperity, protection, ruled by Mars, element of fire, and a masculine energy. So I'm going to drink more of my gingerbread latte to make today more positive. And because it's delicious. Christine always had a nut and orange in my dad's holy sock. We did have stockings, but yeah, we always had an orange and some nuts in. Emma, making a soup for lunch like I do every year. It's a recipe by Patty Wigington called the Sun King Soup. Tomato soup with orange juice. Nice. And add rosemary to it. Very yummy. That sounds delicious. Vanessa, Terry's chocolate oranges always count. Have you tried the Terry's chocolate mint orange though? It's the same shape as the Terry's chocolate orange, but it's mint flavoured. I did not like it, and I like chocolate mint. Just randomly saying it.
I didn't like the toffee one, and I like toffee.
No, that's true. Maybe chocolate orange should stick to being chocolate orange. Sylvia, first time family-in-law to be here. We always went to them, so I'm planning to make it fun for them. Brought many little silly things, and we'll do games like bingo and party dice. Planning on lots of fun and the food to be secondary. Doesn't mean we won't have the full food works, of course. I'm aiming for an old-fashioned game Christmas Day. We don't and never have had a television on Christmas Day. Right from when I was a child, it was something that we never did. Christmas Day was always about spending time with family. My mum always cooked for about 25 people. I no idea how she did it. But even now, we don't have the television on Christmas Day. And we will spend a lot of the time over Christmas playing board games and silly things like that. Christine, I don't like Christmas pudding. Cake and mince pies. Oh no, chocolate Yule log. Well, yeah, no, it's a good backup. It's a good backup. I do love Christmas pudding, Christmas cake, mince pies. Good morning, Maria. Karen, we cook our turkey upside down with an onion where the sun don't shine. Then for the last half hour, we turn the turkey over to crisp up the skin. You have a lovely moist turkey. That sounds delish. Turkey's funny stuff, isn't it? We only actually ever eat it at Christmas, really. And it can be quite dry. But that sounds like a good option. I'm going. Turkey's in here somewhere. Okay, turkey. Turkey is a proud and powerful bird and carries the magical properties of motivation, clarity, and focus. The feathers also make excellent smudging tools. I have used turkey feathers for smudging. So motivation, clarity, focus, and of course, because it's had eaten at Christmas, it brings celebration with it as well. Element of fire and air. Everything has magical properties. Steve, after Christmas dinner when I was a child, the nut bowl would come round with walnuts and hazelnuts, and others used to have to dodge them when they did not crack and flew across the room. Yeah, there's a bit of an art to cracking nuts, isn't it? And of course, nuts. Eat the nut, save the shell, because the shells of the nuts carry the same magical energy as the nut itself, and you can use nut shells in magical workings. Absolutely brilliant magical workings. I think all nuts carry the energy of prosperity and abundance, but obviously they all have their own individual magical properties as well. As I say, shells, you can drop them in spell pouches, you can sprinkle them around candles for candle magic, put them in witch bottles. If you're feeling super strong, you can grind them up for incense blends. They carry just as much magical energy as the nut itself. So walnut, one of my favourites. Sleep with a walnut under your bed to increase fertility. You can use the walnut shells as holders. You can use walnut shells, pecan shells, anything that's that kind of size. Write your wishes on a small piece of paper, pop them inside the shell, bury or burn them to set your intent of your wishes. So walnut is wishes, mental powers, clarity and fertility, ruled by the sun and the element of fire. I work with nuts quite a lot in magical workings. They are very, very useful. Hazelnut I'm looking at now. GH, hazelnut. Eating hazelnuts stimulates the third eye chakra and enhances your psychic powers and intuition. String hazelnuts onto a cord and hang in your home to bring in the magic of the fairy world. Quite difficult to string them up though. Huge amount of medicinal healing properties. The hazelnut has both male and female energies because the flowers are both. The catkins are male, but the tree also produces tiny female flowers that hide in the leaves. You can, of course, get hazelnut flower. The legend of Finn McCall. Hazelnuts fell around a sacred pool that was surrounded by 9 hazel trees. The salmon that lived in the water ate the hazelnuts and was filled with infinite knowledge. Then, of course, Finn ate the salmon and the knowledge was passed to him. It's the cycle of life. It does beg the question, if the salmon was filled with infinite knowledge, why did he allow someone to catch him and eat him? There's a question for you. So hazelnut magical properties: protection, psychic powers, wisdom, fertility, fairy and healing, ruled by the sun and Mercury and the element of air.
They're good books, those are. Where'd you get them from?
Some old bint wrote them.
Some old bint, okay.
Lucky fairy. Never thought broccoli has any magic properties. Everything has. Every single thing that you eat, every single thing in your fridge, in your cupboard has magical properties. It's not just about what you think of as magical herbs. Sage, basil, mint. They've all got magical properties, but everything has. Your bag of flour, your cheese in the fridge, your tub of margarine, everything has magical properties. Now, I would recommend connecting with it yourself. People might think you're absolutely bonkers standing there in your kitchen trying to connect with the energy of your bit of broccoli, but just connect with the energy of it and see what it has to offer you. But broccoli absolutely has magical energies. It is from the cabbage family, so it has the kind of crossover there. It was considered to be a very valuable vegetable by the Roman Empire. The Romans believed that broccoli increased your strength and leadership qualities. Broccoli was sacred to the god Jupiter, and it brings strength and personal protection energies, ruled by the moon and the element of water. So yeah, every single thing has magical properties. Some of these things, so broccoli I would eat, obviously, to imbue the magical properties. But a lot of these ingredients you can use in magical workings for spell pouches, witch bottles, that kind of thing. Probably not broccoli because it's a bit squishy and it would go mouldy. But think about things like nutshells. Do use them in magical workings. But flour, dried pasta, coffee, or anything like that that is dry and is not going to go mouldy, you can use just as you would a magical ingredient when you are making your spell pouches or witch bottles or whatever. Oh, okay. Yes. Nicola Bambrack is a tea fruit loaf. Yes, I understand what you are talking about now. Yeah, that's me being a Wally. It is delicious. It is absolutely delicious. Tea loaf, basically, we call in England. That's what we call it. Delicious. Delicious. I make mine sometimes with chai tea in it so that it's got spices in it too. Delicious. Sylvia, for food I love chicory sliced in small pieces. Not a big fan of chicory. Salad cream, apples, cucumber, tomato. That does sound delicious. I'll make this and I hope they like it. That sounds lovely. But again, all of those things have, even salad cream has its own magical properties. Every single thing has its magical properties, and you can charge things. So if you are making your chicory salad, you could, for family, you could charge each item with positive energy, happiness, peace, calm. Put it all together, and you've got a spell in a salad form. And if you're going to eat salad, you might as well make it useful. Word of the day is mush. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. That's how it feels today. Emma, I have cranberry sauce, but my family hate it. Yeah, I think I'm the only one here that eats cranberry sauce. I like it in sandwiches with things. Christine has cranberry with pork. Oh, misses. Nice. Sylvia has cranberry with turkey. Yeah, it goes quite well, doesn't it? It goes well with chicken and turkey and pork and that kind of thing. I'm really hungry now, Nicola. Cranberry sauce, mint sauce, horseradish bread. Oh, bread sauce. I could eat bread sauce just with a spoon on its own. Now, mint is my go-to for prosperity. I use mint in all of my abundance prosperity spells, but it's also cooling. So mint can be used in a spell to cool down a situation. So it might be quite good to add a pinch of mint for your Christmas menu somewhere, just to keep any tempers down. It can help with communication. So drinking mint tea can help you communicate with people better. That's quite a nice idea for Christmas as well. It's uplifting. It's positive. I use it drop a mint tea bag into your bucket of water to clean the floors and things, because that cleanses and clears the home from negative energy. Mint is brilliant. It is money, healing, exorcism, protection, cleansing, calming. It does all sorts of things. Ruled by Mercury and Venus and the element of air. So mint, very, very useful. Horseradish for me is a boost because it's hot and spicy. So you would add it to give things a bit of a boost, a bit of a pickup. Legend tells that the Delphic oracle told Apollo, the radish is worth its weight in lead, the beet its weight in silver, and the horseradish its weight in gold. There you go. It brings a really strong masculine energy, so it vitalizes and it purifies not just the body but the soul as well. Sprinkle dried horseradish root around the boundaries of your home to provide protection. It's also ancient Greeks used to eat it as an aphrodisiac. So it is protection, energy, purification, and passion, ruled by Mars and the element of fire. And bread sauce, which is mine, and I don't share it. My brother and I fight over the bread sauce. It's good stuff. So bread, apparently one of the first baked food products, dating back to the Neolithic era, which is about 8,000 years ago. Leavened bread was made in Egypt around 4000 BC. The basic diet then was bread, onions, and beer. Interesting. Basically, it's flour, water, salt, yeast. Yeast is alive, so it brings that growth energy with it. It brings the energy of life with it. Apparently, never leave your loaf upside down, because
Oh dear.
Today's a challenge. It will attract negative energies, so don't leave your loaf of bread upside down. Obviously, it will carry the energy of whatever grain you've used. Traditionally, bread is wheat, but you can get barley, rye, whatever it might be. So they'll be slightly different if they're made for that. Excellent to use in ritual to honour deity and to ground after any energy work. Also good for offerings. Think bread as well, breadcrumbs, obviously. Element of earth. Yeah, it's good for grounding, for yeast in particular, I think, for giving things a bit of boost, a bit of rise to them. So yeah, well, delicious sauces there. All of them have magical energies, magical properties. Xenia ginger's one of my favourites too, particularly in a latte. Claire, fresh ginger and lemon in tea for digestion. Yes, very good for that. Maria, food's a sore subject moment as long as someone else eats it. I don't want to be sharing. Nicola, after 8 minutes, do you like them? Put them on your forehead, move it down your face by wiggling your face, and you have to catch it in your mouth. I am picturing that in my head now. But of course, I just talked about the magical properties of mint, and you're probably thinking mint leaves. A mint after 8 mint, a polo mint, a breath mint, all carry the magical energy of mint. So if you are stuck without a fresh mint leaf, let's start that again. If you are stuck without a fresh mint leaf, but you've got a packet of mints in your handbag, substitute that in the spell. It carries the energy of mint, and it works just as well. Kitchen witchery. Use whatever you've got to hand. David, ginger, an underused spice, if you ask me. Always remember being told it's part of the holy trinity of Chinese cooking. Yes, used a lot in Indian cooking too. Ginger's used to bring luck, protection, and long life to the meal. It's a yang herb. Yes, absolutely. I've always got a big piece of root ginger in my freezer. I just freeze the whole piece, and when I need a bit of root ginger, I break a piece off and grate it from frozen. Brilliant. Works brilliantly. Steve, Terry's chocolate orange Baileys. Ooh, is a nice tip to have Christmas. That sounds delicious. Jane, all of our Christmas dinner will be magical this year because my lovely daughter and son-in-law are cooking it. Excellent. I'm too old and knackered to cater for the masses these days. The next generation have taken over. Yes, that has happened in our family too. Yeah, my mum used to do it all, but now we're looking after all of the years that she cooked it for. We're now treating her as well. I say we because my brother cooks the actual Christmas dinner. I do the desserts. Teamwork, yes, definitely. Claire, and may have to braid the shops. Did a big supermarket shop online, it didn't turn up. Oh no, and they want to refund it in vouchers that can only be used in store. Well, that's rude. I love this time of year. I love the festive energy. I love this build up. The energy now up until Christmas is amazing. But I am not going in a shop in December. Not going to happen. Far too peoply. Christine, our local shop, we get nuts tasting of pigs in blankets and also Christmas pud flavoured mixed nuts. That's a lot of nuts. Pigs in blankets. Always good, always good. Which is pork. Pork has magical properties. If you're vegetarian, close your ears. Pork. I love piggies. Wild boar, got it in my necklace and my bracelet. Wild boar, my main animal guide. Pigs have been with me throughout my life. Lived and worked on a pig farm in my youth. So they've been with me throughout. But it has been the meat of the poor man throughout history, the commoner, if you will. But it has a great determined strength of energy to it. The goddess Demeter kept a sacred pig, which became a symbol of fertility. Native American Indians believe the pig to be a symbol of abundance and to be thankful for what life brings us. Pig also appears in many cultures as a symbol of luck and prosperity. The Celtic sea god Manon had a herd of magical pigs. When eaten, they imparted renewing qualities. So your pig, your pork, strength, fertility, prosperity, luck, longevity, ruled by the element of fire. So everything has magical energy to it. Broccoli is a wind merchant. Broccoli and cauliflower, yeah, very, very similar, very similar. Good morning, Ange. Emma, when I was little, we would have a full layout salad, including homemade piccalilli. Very nice too, very nice too. Yeah, ginger has a lot of medicinal properties for settling nauseas, stomach, cold, that kind of thing. Xenia, right. Yeah, rice is for abundance. It is why it was thrown at weddings, for abundance and prosperity, but also fertility. Yeah, lots of good positive energy with that. Mint, David. Never use it to cleanse the room. I'm guessing that's going to leave a brisk and happy energies. Yes, it does. Xenia. I think that all tends to be Asian food. Who else likes salmon? I must admit, not a big fish lover. I will eat pretty much anything, but not a big fish lover. Christine, pigs in blankets, nuts are vegan, so I chop them and use them as a sprinkle on a salad bowl. Interesting. Sylvia, I make a Christmas cake which I never eat as I don't like it. You can always send it to me, Sylvia. I'll help you out. Same for Christmas pudding. Again, happy to help. I'll have an ice cream with lashings of whipped cream. That'll do nicely. So you've got lots of dairy there. So ice cream has magical properties. Everything has magical properties. Ice cream. And I'm talking about the real ice cream, not the stuff that you get in the supermarket under the guise of ice cream, which is nothing but chemicals. So proper ice cream. And I have had savoury ice cream, which is very bizarre. I have had tomato ice cream and I've had avocado ice cream. Weird. Anyway, ice cream. Love, spirituality, and of course, whatever flavour is added to it brings extra magic as well. Ruled by the moon and the element of water. So very magical. But I guess there's a lot of things that you think of that are associated with Christmas. So I do think, looking at the mince pies around me, cloves, star anise, nutmeg, cinnamon, all of those are warm, festive spices, and I love them. Cinnamon is my go-to for success. I often add a pinch of dried cinnamon to any spell to give it a successful outcome. It's also used for love and spirituality. Cloves are really good for anti-gossip. So if you are having a big family event, maybe slip a few cloves in there somewhere for anti-gossip. Star anise is one of those ones that I love. It's a kind of clear your sinuses one, isn't it? Let's have a look at star anise. ST. Remembering my alphabet. Turn the page. Star anise. Very, very ancient. And of course, it's star-shaped. It is pentacle-shaped, so also magical. Luck, psychic powers, purification, protection, dreams, spirituality, sleep, ruled by Jupiter and the element of air. Very, very magical. And actually, the book fell open at gravy. You don't have your roast dinner or your Christmas dinner without gravy, do you? So even gravy has magical properties, including lumps. Gravy pours, so it aids in the smooth transition of projects, plans, and situations. It also carries with it the magical properties of water, so emotions, healing, cleansing, and purification. Gravy can also soothe the sometimes aggressive quality of meat in your recipes. So if you are having a big family dinner, think about when you're making the gravy and charge each of the ingredients with calming emotions, healing, cleansing, purification, ruled by the moon and water. Very, very useful. And that's just your jug of gravy that you put on the dinner table without even thinking about it. So bring those magical properties into it. What else? What else do we have on Christmas Day? Chestnuts roasting over your open fire. Not that we've got an open fire, but yeah, or roasted ones. It is. We've been eating chestnuts since 2000 BC, apparently. The armies of Alexander the Great were noted as favouring them. The nut has a very strong masculine energy, and the tree is often associated with Zeus. Eat chestnuts to encourage fertility and carry them with you to aid in conceiving. Won't be carrying any of those anytime soon. Pop a few chestnuts around the house to bring in abundance and prosperity, and eat chestnuts to encourage success and strength. So chestnut is strength, success, prosperity, abundance, fertility, ruled by Jupiter and the element of fire. And again, I would eat the chestnut, include that in your baking, your cooking, whatever you're using it for, add it to your Brussels sprouts, but save the shells. And then you can use the shells for magical purpose. And the shells, if dried properly, will keep for a long time as well. Lots of comments here. Jane. Isn't food possibly food of the soul? My birthday treat yesterday was a trip to Chelmsford to see the medieval babes performing at the cathedral. Fantastic. Excellent. That sounds brilliant. Nicola, root vegetables, carrots, swede, parsnips, all good for grounding Christmas period. They are. They carry other energies as well. Carrots and parsnips in particular have a very, very masculine energy. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So just be mindful of that because they bring that energy with them as well. But yes, they grow in the ground, so they are very, very grounding. I'm looking for carrots. Carrot is clarity because, eyesight and all that. Did you know the carrots were originally purple and didn't taste very nice? They have been developed into the orange one today that we're familiar with. During the Middle Ages, physicians prescribed carrots for all sorts of inflictions, from syphilis to dog bites. Useless piece of information, but packed with lots of masculine energy and fertility. The ancient Greeks made a love potion from carrots. The Roman Emperor Caligula was once believed to have fed the Senate a banquet of carrot dishes in the hope that it would produce a delightful orgy for his viewing pleasure. You're never going to think about carrots in the same way, are you? Carrot, clarity, fertility, passion, Mars and fire. The humble carrot. Who knew? Never going to think about that with a clear head again. Have I got swede? I've got swede. Swede's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? It is another love or hate one. Swede, turnip, slightly different vegetables, very similar but very similar properties. Protection. Swedes and turnips are all about protection and the element of earth. Parsnips, one of my particular favourite vegetables. Parsnip is strong earth and masculine energy, so it is. Male energy, vavavoom, and all of the above, and a masculine energy. So just bear in mind that your carrots and parsnips are working with an ulterior motive. Maria, bane of my life. Onion and garlic are quite strong if you have food not allergies, what's the word? Intolerances, that's the word. Yeah, they're not good for that. Emma. We now put homemade piccalilli on the ancestors' altar for my Uncle Stephen, who loved it when he was live each year at Christmas, because that's what he celebrated. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Trifle. Now, trifle, Nicola, that depends how you make it. Original trifle did not have jelly in it, but trifle, cake, fruits, custard, cream, nice. A lot of dairy in there again, so custard being made from milk, cream, obviously base of milk. Milk's quite a nurturing one, so it's quite nice if you've got family, because it is about nurturing, and it's a feminine power, it's a goddess energy, moon magic, good for offerings, spirituality and love. So anything that's got milk in it, cream, butter, custard, it's all got that mothering, nurturing, goddess type energy to it, which is brilliant. And cake is all about celebration. Every trifle has cake or lady fingers at the bottom of it, which is all about celebration. And yeah, there is a chapter on cake and the magical properties of cake in the book. Cake, happiness, ritual, rites of passage, offerings, celebration, and grounding. So earth energies. So trifle, perfect, perfect. Sylvia, I have a bottle of eggnog. You can't get bottles of ready-made eggnog in the UK, not that aren't long life and taste disgusting. It's not something that we have, which is a bit annoying, which means I have to make it, which means you have to make a proper custard, which is also a bit annoying. So make a mix of cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, ginger to sprinkle on top, and a star anise in the eggnog. Brilliant. Eggnog base is custard, so it brings in all of those energies of milk, all of the nurturing. And then you add in cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg. Actually, nutmeg we haven't covered. Nutmeg is one of my favourite flavourings. Goes very nicely on top of rice pudding, which is one of my very favourite dishes. So nutmeg. Did you know it takes 9 years before a nutmeg tree produces its first crop? It is a seed, basically. It's covered by an outer shell that we know as mace. They're separated and dealt with separately. Carry nutmeg with you for good luck. It makes a brilliant good luck charm. Just carry a whole nutmeg with you. It also attracts money and prosperity. Sprinkle nutmeg, powdered ground nutmeg, not the whole ones, around your property to protect against negative energy. Keep a whole nutmeg under your bed to ensure that fidelity in your relationship stays solid. Nutmeg is sometimes used in place of High John the Conqueror in spell work. So particularly over here in the UK where High John the Conqueror is not native, if you find a spell that's got High John the Conqueror in it and you want to use a replacement, nutmeg works quite well. So nutmeg is money, luck, fidelity and protection, ruled by Jupiter and the element of fire. It is one of my favourites. Do not eat too much of it. It will kill you. It is. It's a fact. It will kill you. I think it's what we have this idea, I think, perhaps, of things like nutmeg, cinnamon, that are festive spices. We have this idea of food, turkey. Turkey wasn't the Christmas dinner originally in Britain. It was goose. It was roast goose. Turkey came over from America. But the whole idea of the whole big roast dinner is just a family thing, I think, isn't it? I think it's important to remember that whilst the food is important always, it is the whole celebration idea that's more important. But it's also about thinking that you can charge whatever you're making with positive energy, because it all helps at this time of the year. But it's about connecting as well, I think, with the different energies of things. Even your beer or your wine that you tend to have at Christmas, that's all got energy, magical energies. So wine, sacred to Dionysus, Bacchus, Osiris, Horus, Isis, makes a very good offering. If you are having a bit of a tipple at Christmas, don't forget to pop outside and give a bit of an offering to the ground, to the local spirits, to the gods, to whoever you work with. Wine is believed to contain the spirit of happiness and divine love. Unless you drink way too much of it, then you love everyone in the whole world. So just be mindful of that. It has quite a spiritual connection. Pretty much every monastery used to make its own wine, its own beer, its own mead. So it does have quite a strong spirituality connection. So it is spirituality, offerings, happiness and love. Red wine ruled by the sun, white wine ruled by the moon, and it's earth and fire. And it's also masculine and feminine. So it's got a nice balance of duality with it as well. I don't like it, but each to their own. I say each to their own. I just don't like the flavour of it. So beer, made from grain and water and other stuff, obviously. It brings together the elements of earth and water. Apparently, on Samhain, ancient Celtic warriors held contests to see who could drink the most beer, believing that the course of action would make them immortal. Sounds like a Saturday night down at the pub. But right now, I'm sorry, gentlemen, but historical evidence suggests that women invented beer. That's just the way it goes. It is a good liquid for purification. You can add a little drop to your bath water or drink a small amount. Yeah, I did say small amount for purification purposes. The Egyptians believed that dreaming of beer was a good omen, and it's long been used in a ritual offering and passed around the circle for ritual drinks. So offerings, ritual, purification, dreams, ruled by Mars and the element of fire. So it's thinking about all of the connections for the things that you drink as well as everything that you eat. What else? What else do we have at Christmas? Chocolate. Oh, I did mention cloves, didn't I? Cloves are my go-to for gossip, anti-gossip. But they're also, well, they're good for loads of stuff, actually. Cloves, love, money, exorcism. When I say exorcism, I mean clearing out stuff, clearing out negative energy. Clarity, protection, abundance, repels negative energy, prevents gossip, also good for stress relief and also good for finding out the truth. So if you've got loads of family staying at Christmas, you might want to avoid cloves from the truth point of view. I don't know. Ruled by Jupiter and the element of fire. I'm just saying. Christine, I have to cook the traditional meal for other half. Never managed to make the stuffing taste remotely nice. I really should get a ready cooked meal for him. They do some really good ones now. They do some good ones. Jane, when I need to silence a gossip, I make a paper poppet and feed it slippery elm. Then I pour yellow wax over the mouth to seal it. Cloves stuffed in like a dummy would be a great finishing touch. It would indeed. That would be perfect. Karen, we make a free from Jaffa cake trifle. That's nice because you bring in the element of orange as well. Excellent. Sylvia, we message you a link for eggnog. We can get it in the UK. That would be useful, Sylvia. Thank you. There's some stuff on Amazon that looks disgusting. It would be nice to find some proper eggnog because I'm too lazy to make it. Jane, I'd associate parsnips with getting things off the ground, seeing as it turns into rocket fuel when it gets south of the belly button. See, this is where magic works. It is how you think about the ingredient. It is what associations you personally have with that ingredient, whatever it might be. Good morning, Cos. Been approximately 4,000 years since I was able to catch one. Yeah, give or take. You've been too busy Krampusing. Jane, back in the day, beer was made by brew wives. Yes, we're clever. We're all clever, let's face it. I think it is. It doesn't matter whether you are cooking an entire roast turkey and all the trimmings from scratch, or whether you've got a microwave meal and you put it in the microwave and press a button and it pings. It doesn't matter. All of it has magical properties. All of the ingredients have magical energy, and it's about connecting with that and what associations you have with it. And even if you have the microwave meal, charge it with positive intent before you put it in the microwave or before you eat it, or both. It is about putting that intent into it. It is about connecting with the energies of stuff, because everything has that magical property, whether it is your bit of broccoli or your Brussels sprout or your nuts in the bowl. It's all got magical energy. So thank you, let's say. I'm now super hungry for Brussels sprouts and mince pies. Think about your food, not just Christmas dinner, but think about your food anyway, whatever you're making, even if it's just a cheese sandwich. Think about the energies that your food has. You can make anything magical just by connecting with the energy of it. So I will be back here next week with Ness and Heather. So it will be Waffling Witches Chaos next week, talking about all things winter solstice, Yule, and the like. Do join me tomorrow evening for the epic pagan quiz with just madness. But whatever you're doing this week, have a fantastic week, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Thanks for joining me.